Week one of the NFL season is among us. I'm Sierra Goodwill here with Evan Lazar. It's time to focus on the week one matchup between the Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. I can't believe we're already here. Kind of really it snuck up on us here. But what are your initial thoughts about this divisional matchup between the Pats with so much uncertainty and change? And I can't wait to see Cam Newton take the field for the first time under Bill Belichick against the Dolphins.
Well, I think the Miami Dolphins are building a good program down there. Certainly taking a lot of hints from Bill Belichick or a lot of things from Bill Belichick with Brian Flores and that staff, but they're sort of still in the middle of a transition, I would say, especially on offense. They still have Ryan Fitzpatrick starting at quarterback. They haven't turned the keys over to Tua Tagovailoa yet. So they're still kind of in a transition offensively. But on defense, they added Byron Jones. They obviously added Kyle Van Noy. They still have Xavier Howard at corner. They're sort of ready to take that next step defensively. And what they're building with Brian Flores is the same exact system that he played, in New England, or coached in, I should say, in New England, which is man-to-man coverage. They had the fourth most snaps in man-to-man coverage last year. They have two man-covered corners in Howard and in Byron Jones. And they're obviously going to run some sort of a 3-4 scheme up front with Van Noy at outside linebacker and so on and so forth. So it's the same exact system. It's the same exact coverage system in particular. In the back end, a lot of cover one, a lot of man-to-man. So they're going to load the middle of the field, and the Patriots are going to have to beat them either by moving those guys out of the middle of the field somehow or on the outside, and which is exactly what they had to do last year and failed to do.
Well, plenty of expatriates on that Dolphins team, and a lot of them named captains for this upcoming season. Your thoughts on that and the lessons, that these guys who had long tenures in New England can bring to the Dolphins, and whether or not that really elevates the program that they have down there?
Well, I think it does. And obviously, look at the leadership that the Patriots lost. We talk a lot about the talent that the Patriots lost this offseason. We don't talk a ton about the leadership, right? Guys like Van Noy, Ted Karras, Landon Roberts, those guys were really kind of stalwarts in this Patriots locker room over the last couple of years as just solid, dependable, reliable. Are going to come in with their lunch pail every single day and get the job done. Now, maybe a guy like Roberts didn't have the best career in some people's eyes here in New England, but he was one of those guys that was always counted upon, always relied upon, and was very dependable. And that's what they're trying to build in Miami. It's not just about being a star. It's not just about being good one week and bad the other. You have to be consistently good in this league, and that's what Brian Flores is kind of getting across to his team, I think, by naming those guys captains. So we talk a lot about the talent out the door for the Patriots. We don't talk a lot about the leadership. I think that leadership void is being replaced in some ways, but Tom Brady's no longer here. A lot of these guys that are named captains elsewhere are no longer here. All over the league, we're seeing expatriates named captains for other teams. So it's definitely something that's getting a little bit, kind of blown by the wayside because of the talent vacuum that has left the door here recently.
Well, Patriots Press Pass is presented by Car Shield, and you can find all the rest of our Patriots coverage leading up to the Week 1 kickoff at 1 p.m. on our website at clnsmedia.com and on our YouTube channel at Patriots Press Pass.